Good morning, rise and shine. It is time to get the day started with Farm2Table Direct Show Morning Edition, the show of record for the Homestead community. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I hope you all are doing fine this morning. Staying warm. It's actually a few degrees warmer than it has been again today. Looking forward to enjoying some sunshine. Today is Open Chat Friday, where you in the chat box, you, the listeners, can drive today's topic. I want to hear from y'all. Good morning. I see we have Mr. Robbie from the Wild Huckleberry joining me first thing this morning. Thank you for being here, Robbie. Good to see you, brother. Well, today is Friday. This is the day that we allow open chat, whatever the subject matters may be. I'll pop off on things as always. And if there's something, there's my bro in this morning. Good morning, guys. Glad to have you all in. Hey, good morning, Scotty. Glad to have you all joining me this morning. It is awesome. It is Open Chat Friday, but as always, we will go to the weather and we will do some reality smackdown in this day in history. Then we'll get into whatever some of the topics may be this morning. So without further ado, let's go over and check in with our good friend Jack at the Redneck Weather Report.
Good morning, Rednecks. It is 39 degrees. Feels like 32. January 17th, 2025. We're going to get to 64 degrees today. God bless y'all. We'll see you again tomorrow.
All right, things are quite warm out there in southwestern Oklahoma. I didn't even, in fact, I don't even have my, well, yeah, I do got my phone with me here for a minute. Let's see, what is the weather where y'all are at today? See what it is here. Up on my mountain, it's 35. Wind gust, cloudy, wind gust to 9. And the high is 54. So we're not quite going to get as warm as old Jack out there. But that's okay. I'll take it. It's a whole lot better than what's coming early first part of the week, where it's going to be teens and 20s. It'll be another Arctic blast coming through. I'm sure my brother's getting ready to hibernate in the house for the entire week. We might hear from him, but we won't see him. But unfortunately, work demands I'm out in it, whether I want to be or not. But anyway, that is the weather for today. So let's jump into some headlines. See what we got going on this morning. All right. Good morning, Melly. Good morning, my sister. How are you this morning? Glad to see you with me. Anyway, reality smackdown. John Deere faces U.S. lawsuit over farmers' ability to repair tractors. 35 here too, getting to 59. Yep, 36, 58. Everybody's popping in with their weather. All right. Listen, it is John Deere faces lawsuit over U.S. farmers' ability to repair tractors. And it seems like it'd be a real simple thing, but I know what it is. It's all about parts, and it's all about being able to get certain things in the dealerships and everything. John Deere's just one of them, but they had the thing set to where farmers had to take it in, and it was covered under warranties and things like that. Well, some of them ranchers and farmers that have these tractors don't live close to a dealership. They don't have the access. They want to be able to fix it themselves and keep on going without voiding warranties and things like that. And there was a big lawsuit that now John Deere was being sued. There was a bunch of legislation's been passed in different states over right to farm, right to repair. But anyway, so that's what's going on with that. Surging corn prices trigger sales from U.S. farmers. Apparently, the prices of corn has jumped up, and the farmers are trying to unload. 21 high 37 in Boston, Massachusetts. Wow. Is that where you're at today, Scotty? Boston, Mass? Or has you just randomly picked some place? Anyway, been to Boston once or twice. Quite a trip. Anyway, so corn prices are going. I know, which is good for the corn farmers. Glad to hear the prices are up. Hopefully they're able to take advantage of it. Anyway, big news. Israel and Hamas terrorist group reach a ceasefire deal, which includes the recent release of hostages held by Hamas. Well, it's about doggone time. That's all I can say. And remarkably, today is Friday the 17th, 3 days before the swearing in of incoming President-elect Donald J. Trump. Interesting. Oh, that's where you live, Scotty? I don't guess I realized that's where you were living. all the different little chat groups and everything. Scotty, I didn't realize that you lived up in Boston. Well, okay. Uh, well, one of these days we'll have a conversation. I'm not going to. I've been to Boston. Like I said, it's interesting up there. Interesting dealings. Of course, I found out that when I go, see how long it takes for one of them to break it. Talking about the Hamas deal. Yeah, no doubt about that. I bet it don't take long. But maybe we could make it a few years anyway. But I doubt it. Um, but anyway, well, Boston, Mass, man, I did not realize you were that far away from us all, Scotty. We'll have to find you some stuff up there. Uh, Ready to go to Boston again. Big Sox fan. Been to Fenway a few times, Wild Huckleberry says. I've never been to Fenway. And I like baseball and I like watching, watching it. And when they're good and the Yankees are good and everything, baseball just takes on a different feel over in that part of the country because they hate each other with a passion. But yeah, it's been up and through all that area up there in the Northeast and on the truck and on the road and stuff. So yeah, enjoyed that. Um, anyway, so let's jump in through for history. Uh, History gets a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes there's a lot, and you gotta choose you know which thing we talk about. But anyway, this is kind of funny. Ironic, I think. Funny might not be the word. This day in history, yeah, 1915, Russia occupies Bukovina and western Ukraine, and here we are, and it is still there. I'm going to pop off on this. Yeah, Huckleberry, I love Fenway too. And yeah, your historical values, we're saying, yes, there is a lot there uh, from a history standpoint in Boston. And, funny thing is about being on the truck is uh, when you're driving, a lot of times you're making deliveries and you got to go on to the next one, and you just don't have. You get to see a lot of things as you drive by out the windshield because you don't have time to stop and enjoy it, and that's what I have found to be my case. But anyway, let's see. Popeye makes the first appearance in the comic strip Thimble Theater. So good old Popeye, 1929. 1946, United Nations Security Council holds its first meeting at Westminster Central Hall in Westminster, England. Yeah, and here we are, 2024, and they're still causing grief. Uh, I think that was one of those things that looked good on paper. It was a great idea, but it just didn't stand the test of time. It's changed. Its organization has changed. It's no longer what it was, I believe, initial purpose. But anyway, in 1961, U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower delivers a televised farewell address to the nation 3 days before leaving office, in which he warns against the accumulation of power by the military industrial complex. Well, that's a conversation we could have right there by itself. But he was a great general and, served as president and gave us a good stern warning on the way out the door. And, well, apparently, he might have been right. Uh, this one's from my brother and sister-in-law. President of the Philippines, Ferdinand Marcos, ends martial law that began in 1972. That was on this day in 1981. Interesting. Kind of caught my attention there. And fast forward 10 years to 1991. This will be from my buddy Jack and anybody else that was in the service during this time. Operation Desert Storm begins with U.S. led coalition forces bombing Iraq during the Gulf War. Yeah, started today, ends in February. I mean, it was a very short, the actual Operation Desert Storm. Uh, the overall Gulf, conflict was much longer, sitting out there. But anyway, that's that. 2017, search for missing aircraft MH370 over the Indian Ocean is called off. Now, that's the Malaysian Air flight that disappeared, that they still have not located. They're still searching for it. In fact, they're back over in there searching. They think they've triangulated some stuff down and are trying to find the rest of that. But anyway, that is this day in history. So we're going to switch gears on the conversation a little bit now that we've went through those things. And as I said, it is Open Chat Friday. Now, there's been quite a bit of chat going on over there about where our good friend Scotty from Lone Cross is from. And fact that Robbie and Sonia from Wild Huckleberry loves to go up there and tour the town of Boston. They're common ground there. And it just goes to show you never know where people are from if they don't you get into conversations and stuff like that. Uh, just shows this stuff spreads the countries and spreads the continents. And sometimes you get to thinking you're so used to living in our bubble like I do down here, and like we all do. And you got people in, and you don't think about them being as far away from you geographically as maybe they are. But so anyway, but we won't. Uh, yeah, Robbie says he remembers right where he was when Desert Storm started. Well, was you in the desert when it started, or were you back here? Because I was still back here when it all started. But I remember, that was like the first, one of those things you could watch on CNN. You could watch the action happening. Catch footage and see what was going on. It was, but I will admit it was during that time, that back. Yeah, I guess it would have been this month, January, that I went down and began my enlistment with the United States Marine Corps. So yeah, uh, kind of a pivotal moment in time for people of my age and generation. So kind of a big deal there. Anyway, a couple of things that I have coming, that are coming up or going on right now happened. They're kind of like news headlines, but I'm not gonna get into the line. Just going to talk about them. Just have something to talk about here. TikTok ban that is set to happen Sunday. Now they have. There's things before the Supreme Court we haven't heard down from them. As far as my news has told me, we haven't. Um, and I don't know how everybody feels about that. I've kind of got mixed emotions because, everybody has concern. Yeah. In college, the night started doing final night of pledging. We got us a fraternity. We got Robbie. I didn't peg you as a frat boy. I don't know. I didn't peg you as a frat boy. But I won't hold it against you. Where'd you go to college at, Robbie? But anyway, yeah, the this TikTok ban. I mean, because I got to, it's China. The government of China controls so much of it, parent company and all this stuff, but they control so much. And, all the stuff about it being Chinese spyware and this type of thing. But then I asked myself, it's like, what's the difference between theirs and, Apple and all the other stuff? Because I can assure you, I can text something, search something in my search bar. Or I can call, be in a conversation, mention something. I've mentioned stuff in front of my TV, and next thing you know, it's popping up in my Facebook feed. So really, what all is spying on us might be the better question there. But anyway, that ban goes into place, and it really didn't. I really didn't have a dog in the hunt, so to speak, other than uh, I know some friends, our friends over at Bar Seven Ranch, uh, and the here we go, Lab, University of Arkansas, Monticello. uh, at least you said Phi Lambda, not Tri Lamb, Lambda, Lambda, Lambda. Revenge of the Nerds reference there. But anyway, well, hot dog. How about that? We got us a bona fide, certified, college educated fella in the crowd. How about that? I'm just messing with you a little bit, Scott. There, Robbie. Just messing with you a little bit. But anyway, TikTok ban. Our friends at Bar Seven Ranch. They've done quite well on TikTok. It's a big part of their social media presence, and certainly, and I know they've been involved in the fight to save it. But then I just recently found out that some other friends of mine who do retail sales of clothing and stuff. I have a boutique. Do most of their business is online through their store and that type of stuff. And I did not realize they have a very huge presence on TikTok. They use them do a lot of their videos, and man, huge portion of their sales is through TikTok. So they're very concerned about that. So yeah, everybody's got different view takes. I've heard some that don't care, some that they want to stay, some they want it gone, a mixture of both. So I don't know. We'll see. But the Supreme Court may put a halt to the law. I know yeah, President-elect Trump has encouraged that that the Supreme Court at least put a stay on it, or if not, flat out, whatever. Give them time to. I think it was just asking them to delay it, give them time to work through some things. But anyway, um, so. Uh, oh man, good. It's a good one, Scotty. Had to buy to get in. LOL. I know, stupid. I'm not really awake yet. I can relate, Scotty. I am not totally awake either. But that's funny. Had to buy. That is too funny. uh, anyway. Oh, hang on. All right. Let's bring Bro in. Hey, good morning, Bro. Let's get you on a. There we go. My bro decided.
Hang on.
Yeah, there he is. Bro decided to jump in and join us this morning on Open Chat Friday.
Hang on.
He said, "Hang on." Well, you're here. Whether you're hanging on, hang on, hold on now.
Hold on. Hold on. That's too open.
Yeah, you're open on my end, my friend.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good. You just go ahead with your line of thought. I just had a topic I wanted to talk about this morning.
Well, that's okay. I'm actually in between things. We just wrapping up the old TikTok, But,
Yeah. TikTok time's up, right?
yeah, pretty much, unless the Supreme Court comes through on it or something happens. But, anyway,
Yeah.
so
So
heard
this
rumor. Go ahead.
I heard rumors this is open chat Friday.
Yeah, it is. I lambda chai.
I like
uh,
the guy, yeah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, not lambda.
yeah. So um, I just wanted to know from our friends over in chat there if talk about this open chat Friday, whether or not we could turn that into a um, all about Friday, and it'll be all about a community member.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, listen, I'm not trying to railroad or derail this thing. I just wondered about it because, man, wouldn't it be interesting? Because you were sitting there talking to Robbie about where he's, or Scotty about where he was from, and about
Right,
Robbie about going up there. And I just thought, wouldn't it be nice to get to know these guys better by, inviting them up to, well, let us get to know them.
right.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, that might be something worth might be looking at. I don't know. We'll see if we get any comments over there from them on the idea. I mean, kind of similar to what we did before with kind of like Homestead Spotlight, but instead just kind of spotlighting our friends over in the watch and our loyal listeners, loyal attendees that come in every morning and
Yeah.
hang out with us.
If we can cajole one to come on that early in the
Yeah. Well, yeah, getting them up.
yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to pop up here real quick and
Yeah.
kind of, put that seed in your head or in the community's head. It's all about growing community here.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. But anyway, so I hadn't thought about that. Y'all guys are getting behind the scenes. You're getting to see what me and him do every day on the phone, and that's bounce ideas like this back and forth and see what sticks. But anyway, a lot of that goes on. Bro, I don't know. I was about to read this next little thing because it kind of ties into everything. Because there was rumors that Elon Musk might take over the American operation of TikTok, but it was kind of just rumors, I think, as TikTok, their parent company and all that, does not want to sell. They flat refuse. They said they'll shut it down in the U.S. They're not budging, and which is fine. But last night, one of the SpaceX starships disintegrated after takeoff. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Oh, wait a minute. It did? No, I
Yeah,
didn't. I wasn't.
yeah,
I know
yeah,
they showed a landing of one of their heavies coming back in, and that
yeah.
caught it, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, last night, yesterday evening, sometime or another, the one they call the Starship or whatever. That's one of those big ones they're working on. It's
Yeah.
unmanned. I mean, it's just a machine. It's just. But anyway, apparently, shortly after takeoff, it disintegrated uh, last night. So anyway, so uh, you know,
I
we'll see.
don't know. I think Elon Musk says it's all in a day's work. You know.
Well, I imagine so. Here's Robbie's interesting thought. Nice to get to know others. Mostly only see his names on a chat.
Right. Yeah. Well, I
I
know Scotty. He's not shy of the camera.
no. We've had but Scotty or
He's
Robbie.
been up there too, hadn't he?
I don't know. I know. Yeah, I know we've had them up there. I think on some of the lives and stuff with. Of course, I mean Robbie and Sonia, they do their live on Sundays, and so they're definitely you know familiar faces now. And but yeah, some of our others that jump in, and we got some people that just listen in and aren't in the chats and stuff, but and definitely might run. When it's camera time, if they would, but we can do a lot in the chat box too, just like we were doing there,
Sure.
you know,
We can do it
but
in the chat box, or we can do it.
right, if they've got a laptop camera, good, decent internet, and yeah, let's see. Robbie's my little guy here. Let's see. He said, saw that River Tube think China wouldn't want to sell off any portion of TikTok. And that's kind of been the answer. There was a lot of speculation, and I think it was just stirring the pot stuff just to put something out there and see if, see what, and there may have been some talks, who knows, uh, behind the scenes stuff. But I think, yeah, I'm the same way with you, Robbie. I don't think that China would want to sell off any portion of TikTok, and they've the parent company. I can't even pronounce the name, but anyway, they've all pretty well dug in and said, nope, ain't happening. So they said that if by Sunday when the ban goes into effect, if there hadn't been a resolution, then it will just shut down. Period. Poof, gone. So we'll so either something happens with it today, maybe as early late tomorrow, but or as of Sunday there'll be no more TikTok. So until they figure things out. So I don't know.
Well, I think you said it the other day that TikTok, they're mostly banning them because they're a spy. It's
Right.
basically like a spy agency. But I'm thinking, which one of them ain't?
Well, right. That was what I was saying earlier. I mean, it's just
Where do we go?
like I said, sit in front of your TV. You're watching your smart TV, and you mention something, conversation, and next thing you know, it's in your Facebook feed. I mean, it kind of.
And that's been going on for years.
Oh yeah, I mean it's, and that was a lot of people don't realize. We see the little 5G on our phone,
Hmm.
and we think, oh, cool, it's just more power, better signal, whatever. No, a big part of 5G is that type of technology to,
Right.
pattern, shopping patterns, search patterns, location, where you're going, what you're doing. A big part of that is tracking. Now, the higher level of that, and I think exists, I wouldn't be surprised it exists here, and that's, I mean, cameras and, that type of stuff. I mean, it's getting down where, you got the smartwatch. You can have, if you got your phone loaded up right, you can just pay for everything on your phone. You just hold your phone up there and boom, all that stuff moves. So I mean, that's all part of that. Uh, you know, so I
So
don't.
I got a really serious question to ask
Man,
about.
it's too early for serious.
Oh, I know. You
But
see, guys, how I roll. So anyway,
what's up?
yeah, you know how it's really well known now that law enforcement agencies use social media to gain intelligence on you if they suspect you of anything.
No, not surely not.
Right. So here was the question, the serious question. Do you think that before signing up or as you're signing up to any social media platform that they should read you your Miranda rights?
I think it's probably buried somewhere in the terms of service agreement that nobody ever reads.
Anything you say can and will be held against you.
Pretty much, this is all public. So whatever you do here, yeah. What was used to our old drill instructors and our old platoon sergeants used to say, don't you do anything on Friday and Saturday. You wouldn't want a newspaper on Sunday. uh,
Oh, right.
yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
don't even think whenever I was in, that they would allow you to even get a sunburn, man.
Oh, right. But I mean, but it was that thing, I mean, it's kind of one of those things. People, put stuff. They'll do, put stuff on social or out on, these public places that they would, without any consequence to the fact that, hey, you are putting this out there for the world to see. Yeah, it's not private. But yeah, it's.
Yeah,
Oh man, all right. Um, well, bro, Senate confirmation hearings are going on this week too.
I know. Yeah, people been talking about Hegseth and all of that.
Yeah, right. A
And
lot, and a lot of course, I think Pam Bondi, she had hers yesterday, I think, and
right, yeah. I've seen a little clip of Bondi
yeah,
um, and then, man, I'll tell you what, and I don't know where you guys fall politically or anything, but I can't hardly stand the line of questioning from Adam Schiff.
oh, good grief, that guy should not be allowed a microphone ever anywhere at all.
Camera, microphone, anywhere near the levers of power.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, now speaking of that, speaking of people and cameras and microphones and levers of power and all that stuff, and I don't have it with me pulled up, and I'm not going to because I'm not. And one, we're about out of time, and two, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd put it on the show, but I will send you out to this guy. If you don't know who Nick Freitas is, he's very active in the social world. He's a Virginia delegate, which is like a Virginia state representative, and for the Culpeper district up in Virginia. But anyway, he has a show and he's out on social and he's very, he can be snarky, he can be opinionated. I mean, he's whatever, but he's on our, he's active with the homesteading, homeschooling crowd and all that stuff. But for don't know, man, I'm going to run over the time. But anyway, Virginia, remember during the campaign and Trump and everything was talking about the governor over there and the Democrats in Virginia wanting abortion up to birth and all this other stuff, right?
Mhm.
And the press just, I mean, excoriated him and just, just oh no no and all this lies. Well, guess what was up on the Virginia Senate, Virginia floor, which was late term abortion amendment, right, up to birth, was on the floor in Virginia, and the Democrats over there pushed it through. Now, but Nick Freitas, when his time on the floor in the Virginia House, Virginia delegate, however their stuff set up, but anyway, in the Commonwealth over there, was recorded, and it is on his Facebook and on his stuff. So go out and look that up, man. Tear jerking, gut wrenching. His testimony, or what his statement before the votes and everything, and he describes step by step the abortion process, and in such a way that I mean, it's hard to get through it. Uh,
Yeah, wow.
but he put it out there, and so that it would always be a part of the record. He put it out there in their face and challenged them to own that this is what they stand for, or to vote against it. And he really just, we need people like that all the way through that are going to just bring it. They're going to just bring it, and they're going to confront these people with this stuff. They're going to put it in their face, and they're not going to let them squirm away and use cute little terms or, scientific terms to describe this horrific process. So I will advise parental content warning on that video.
Mhm.
Heartfelt, rip your guts out, make you want to cry, make you mad. Uh, but it's the type of representatives we need that are going to stand up there and be a voice to hold accountable those that now I don't know that I think it passed through. I'm not 100% certain. I know that I seen the videos yesterday and it was from the day before. So yeah, anyway, Nick Freitas, if you get a chance to go check him out.
Yeah, and besides having a serious side, he's also really
Oh,
funny. I
oh
love to
yeah,
watch his shorts because he
oh, he's
makes
hilarious.
funny, good points.
Right. But he uses humor to make the points and sarcasm to make his points, and and he's got a good podcast and stuff. He's just good behind the microphone. But he used that articulation and that ability to do that, in his role as a delegate, and
Oh,
that he takes serious. Yeah,
he's very heavily involved in the homestead community.
absolutely. Homesteaders of America conference. He's going to be part of that. There has been. So yeah, very heavy. Well, bro, it is time for me to wind down. We are up against it. It's right there at the 30-minute mark. You can hang with me if you want. Since
Nope.
you're already
I'm
up.
gonna let y'all have it. Y'all have a good weekend, and we'll probably see some of you guys
So,
on the chats on Sunday.
all right, bro. We'll see you, man.
All right, bud.
Later. All right. Well, surprise intervened from my bro coming in this morning to join us over a couple things. Well, anyway, that was Open Chat Friday, and we are at a wrap for today on that. Let's jump through the events right quick. Again, this weekend, Western Reserve Homestead Summit in Kirtland, Ohio, at the Lake Farm Park. So that is this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday. March 21st, 22nd, Okie Homestead Expo, Mays County Fairground, Pryor, Oklahoma. It's like 62 days. Yeah. Joy, I'm going to go ahead and click this. I'm going to pause right quick. Yes. Good morning, Joy. Welcome in. You are 100%. Same people are the ones that don't want you to butcher a hog. You are 100% correct. And it's amazing. And, when you hear the process described, as Nick did, butcher is it's a good word. Sad to say, but anyway. So back on this again. So 60 something days. Just over like 62, 63 days to the Okie Expo. So it's wrapping up. It's coming up quick. We will be there. So if you're coming or if you're able to make it, good morning, Tracy. Glad to have you in the kitchen and the garden with Tracy. Go over and give them a check out and a like and all that stuff. Great recipes and all that stuff. Anyway, so if you're going to be at Okie Expo, look us up. We will be there, full set and everything. We'll be in the vendor barn somewhere. And so I look forward to seeing you all there. The Shindig Ozark Living Expo, April 25th and 26th at the Newton County Fair and Rodeo Grounds in Jasper, Arkansas. And as far as I know, Homesteaders of America Conference 2025, Front Royal, Virginia, still has tickets available, but they do go fast if you're out on the West Coast. Scotty, I know it's a little bit of a drive from Boston to Virginia, but this is a huge homesteading event in Front Royal, Virginia, which is in the northwestern corner of Virginia up there. And Joel Salatin, his son Daniel Salatin. Man, so many of the list is long. I'll get it out one day, but it's worth going to. It's $50 for the 2-day pass, so per ticket. But they do sell out quick. They're over halfway through the available tickets. So anyway, that's that. I will have more events coming up as we get them loaded in the calendar. There's a lot coming up in the next over the next several months. And anyway, so that is a wrap for today on the Farm2Table Direct Show Morning Edition. Thanks for joining in. As we've talked about some of the headlines and stories impacting our world for now and in the future. If you enjoyed today's show, and if you enjoy the show, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channels Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. It is the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation about food, farming, and community. And until next time, keep your roots deep and your vision growing. Good food starts with great people. Listen, folks, Sunday night, be out on YouTube. Jack, starts with Dale. Our good friend, our good buddy up here, Wild Huckleberry has a live on Sunday evening. A lot of people chime in there. Dale 9 Acres goes on at the same time, has a Bible study. We have Dyer Family Farm. They do a live, and it's usually followed by Red Dirt Rooster Road. They do a live on that. So Sunday evening is a day of hanging out on the lives in the chat box and stuff with a lot of people. Good chance to build community and hang out with each other on Sunday evenings. So we encourage you to be there. So come join us. We will be back Monday morning, bright and early, 6 o'clock, Monday a.m. Tuesday coming up, we have a show. Tracy is going live at 3:30 today. to do some cooking in the kitchen. So if you're able to go on in and watch that, go right ahead and get on there in the kitchen and garden with Tracy. Anyway, Tuesday we have our rescheduled show talking about the bird flu and some of those things going on. And also in the description, down in the description, there is a link to some PDFs about how to source local food. So be sure to check that in the description. Anyway, a whole lot of that. And yes, Wild Huckleberry Hatchman, we are stronger together. That is right. We are stronger together as a community. Be a blessing to someone today, and we will see you all on the other side. And I want to hand this over to our good
No
friend, Hank.
humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.